Welcome back, everybody, for your daily dose of MSG, and today we are back on Empyrion, but with something new. Today is going to be the start of my new workshop showcase series, and I've got a few things we're going to look at today. Now, first off, one of the things you're going to notice in the distance there is a weird-looking base. This is not a naturally spawned base. This is the Molwick Scout base that I spawned it in just to test it out. I thought I might do it, but I changed my mind. It looks interesting, but if you're going to build a base, trust me, if you just want to do it from that, you need to put in a flat panel somewhere, some kind of flat landing pad that you can place it on, because this is actually glitched into the ground and is partially buried. So today, I'm just going to use it as a testing piece. But first, what we're really going to look at is this small vessel. Now, this is an interesting looking small vessel. I have built it because of the way it looks. It's a fighter vessel. It is, you know, super kind of sleek looking. You can see, I mean, look at the jets. It makes me think of a TIE fighter in a way from Star Wars. But this is called the VARIS-TX3. And I will have links for all of these designs for the workshop pages in the notes below, so you can check them out. But it is a pretty interesting little ship. It comes with rocket launchers, homing rocket launchers, and then plasma cannons. So I'm going to get these loaded up real quick. So now, let me show you. It's got 24 minutes if I'm just hovering. That was full. I can fill it up again. You see it's only 33 minutes hovering. If I start flying with it, I get only like 12 minutes. So it's not exactly a long range fighter. You know, it looks more like it'd be perfectly suited for some kind of like space fights, or fighting with other, you know, ships, not so much drones. But there is a drawback with it. If you are going to try and build a docking pad on it, then you're going to have to build or actually it's got a docking pad, it looks like. You need a specialized landing platform, which means you're going to have something that you can basically kind of line up and land down over on top of with the wings sticking out. So I don't see it being a practical use for anything that you're going to carry off planet, unless you want to deal with trying to build that specialized landing platform. But it, you know, with plasma cannons, it will be useful for firing on turrets and taking them out. And, you know, the homing rockets are definitely going to be useful for fighting against drones or other ships. You know, if you're going to go against other ships, that would be helpful. Overall, it's a very interesting design. I think it looks neat, but as far as utility, I'm not very pleased with it. I'm just not that impressed. I don't think it's very useful in my style of playing so much. Okay, moving on. We have a different hover vessel than what I've used in the past. If you've been watching my survival series, you know that I have been testing out some different mining rig vessels, and this is the LadyBig, the original high efficiency mining hover vessel that people really liked. It's got a cargo box, it's got 6 drill modules, so you could just aim down and start drilling like crazy, and this thing will collect, you know, will harvest ore extremely quickly. You get a fuel tank, and of course, you've got O2 tank, and you got all the, you know, nice little goodies for it. But what I have been using and what I've got next to it right here is called the LadyBig. This is a rework of it, and as you can see, the size comparison is only 1 block longer. It's the same width and height. The only difference is it's a little bit longer because they've added more stuff to it. Now, I personally prefer this one because if I'm going out mining, some of these resource deposits can be far away from your base or your capital vessel, and you might need extra fuel, oxygen, and so forth. And that is what this is great at. It's got 2 cargo boxes, so you can carry twice as much. You've got 2 fuel tanks, and you've got 2 oxygen tanks. So you actually have double capacity on all those elements, and it works great. It just sits there, and you point it forward, and it starts drilling, and you just drill the heck out of an ore deposit or even a meteorite. The Hakon. Now this, if you've watched my survival series, you know this was one of the original designs I had started to look at for my first capital vessel. Because if you're gonna go, you go big or you go home. You know, you don't go with a small one. I went ahead, I put the hover vessels and this Gladius in here as well to just kind of show what kind of space you have and what you can do with it. Now the Gladius I will touch on in a moment, but if you've been watching my survival series, then you've already seen it put to use, and you know that it's actually pretty good as far as a fighter vessel. But here we are in the forward section, and as you can see, I've got cargo boxes, I've got a repair station, I've got an advanced constructor, I've got O2, got, you know, some decorative closet storage, armor, you know, everything. And then I've got room for, you know, to sit here and chill and kind of look out this nice, you know, glass look here. You also have the lights on this whole thing are on logic circuits, so that majority of them turn on and off as you get into a certain area. And this just looks back down over the lower interior area. Here we have access into the top section. So technically, while you have all that space below for your vessels, you could always put like a smaller vessel up here. Or this is more of like a maintenance access point where you come up here and repair the turrets, place new turrets if you want to do that. You can see right here, we've got, you know, some big turrets showing. And, you know, it's, I don't see you needing to go through that section a lot, but it's there if you need to. You got some showers and toilets if you know, that's ever put into the game where you actually have to use them. Like, you have to bathe, or it tells you you smell bad. Alright, now we are in the back section. I say back section because it's towards the rear of the vessel if you're, you know, piloting it. We got a gravity generator, another O2 station, so you got multiple O2 stations, so you don't have to run to a certain part of the ship just to get oxygen. Got plenty of large ammo boxes, so plenty of storage for ammunition, even though you only have 3 types of ammunition you need for it. And then here, another O2 station. We've got another medic station. Going through here, we got generators. And then on the other side, I believe, yes, more generators. And, you know, we got RCS. It's some of the mechanics for it. You go down, and you have a nice little spot that if you do land on a planet, you can just, you know, come out right there. The back landing gear, I'm okay with. The front one right there, I'm not exactly a very big fan of that look. That it looks really, really kind of just cheesy to me. All right, so here we go. We are up higher now. We went up, and now you can see, look at this, O2 tanks. O2 tanks all around me here, and then large O2 tanks in here. So you've got a ton of oxygen storage in this, and part of that is because I mean, there's ventilators everywhere. And then here's your fuel tanks. You got plenty of fuel storage. You can see right now it's listing at 25 hours on the fuel at almost 100%. And then in here we've got more storage, we got a food processor, and we have our growing plots, along with a ventilator, which you need a ventilator now after version 6.0 to get your plants to grow anymore. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3, that's 18, 36 growing plots total on the ship to use for growing your plants. So you're not going to be short of food production. And we have here the actual control area, command center. You got a little nice setup here kind of thing for people to, you know, strategize on how to attack the enemy, you know, alien POIs, and then we have the actual spot where you'll sit and take control of the vessel. Okay, so we're up in space. I've got the engines, which right now just says thrusters. That doesn't seem to have anything with the RCS in there. And as you can see, there's only 2 RCS. So don't expect to be turning too quickly with this. And that does kind of make sense looking at the design. It is a very elongated ship design. So yeah, I wouldn't expect a ship like that to turn very quickly in normal life anyway. But you can see just how much more the power consumption has decreased now that we've got the thrusters off. So you're going to burn through your fuel if you're using your thrusters in this thing. And now we're back out here in the hangar as it is. And as you can see, there's no shields around, no force fields, nothing like that. This is wide open. So you are going to have your helmet equipped just when you walk out here to do anything with your small vessels or your hover vessels that you have on board. And that's one thing I definitely do not like. I like the capital vessel I'm using in survival where that stuff's inside. So I do like it that, you know, I don't have to worry about that. Plus, if you come out here, you don't want to be out here for too long. If you look in the upper right, you can see just how low the temperature is. It's a minus 130 degrees Celsius right now outside in this area. And if I go inside, I'm back to a comfortable 22 degrees Celsius. So when you go outside, especially in space, you're going to be open to the elements. You know, Omnicrom, you'll have radiation fog to worry about. So you don't want to be spending too much time in the hangar area. And I don't like that aspect of this vessel. So now, the last part, the Gladius, as I said, you can see me using this in my survival series. This is actually a really good ship. It actually works really well as a fighting type vessel. It's very maneuverable, and it is pretty well loaded. It doesn't come with hover or with homing rockets, but it does come with, you know, rail guns, the miniguns, and regular rockets. And I have readily used this in my survival series to take out turrets and bases with absolute ease. You know, it's not very difficult to do that as far as if you just, you know, with this you can aim your rockets pretty easily around where the turret is. Like here, if I'm aiming here and I'm like moving to the side, I just fire, you know, as I'm moving, and I can sit there and get into the general area of the turret and for most part avoid being hit. And you see I'm doing some damage to even the capital vessel. Look at that, I just blew something up on it. So it's not a bad ship. And I mean, I'm not gonna say go up against a capital vessel with it by yourself. I mean, have friends, but it does work well on dealing damage to base defenses. And then you have the railgun and the miniguns, which makes it easy to deal with the drones you'll encounter. Alright, here we go. Say goodbye to the Gladius. Possibly. And there's a long reload time on the plasma cannons. Alright, let's survey the damage here. If I can get turned the right way. Alright, let's see the damage. Look at that. That is the whole middle section, like where I sit, the cockpit, all that has been blown completely out. Look at that. That is gone from those plasma shots. So yes, that is a good ship to use as long as you don't sit still and let the, you know, your opponent lock onto you with a plasma cannon and just shoot you over and over with it. Alright, but that is it for today's workshop showcase. Again, all of these showcase designs will be linked below to where you can find them on the workshop and download them. If you've got any designs that you would like me to try out, if you are a developer and you've designed a certain design on the workshop, you'd like me to do a showcase on it, please put it in the comments below. Also, you know, let me know if there's any certain things you would like me to maybe change in how I present these. Definitely interested in knowing what you think. But this is going to become a regular series because there's so many amazing designs in the workshop to do. And this will help me free up time to actually do more off screen with my survival series, where each episode then has a lot more going on, where it's more new stuff instead of the same old, well, I'm attacking this base again and it looks just like that base we destroyed there and the base we destroyed over there too. So it'll give a little bit more variety to that. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Alright everybody, again, thanks for watching, and if you liked the episode, be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and check the notification bell to keep up to date with everything during the week. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter and keep up to date that way if you prefer. And as always, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.